Hello there, YouTube. Figured I'd get out here and say hello for the day while there's still everything's dry out here. Last night, it probably wasn't 15 minutes after we got through saying our goodbye, all of holy heck broke loose. It was crazy. Thunder and lightning. It was a big old booming crasher. And it lasted, I think it was probably about 10 or so. It finally quieted down. It got completely dark. But you can see that's there's some threatening stuff coming this way. Listen, you can hear the wind whipping through stuff. So just before I came out, I was putting some shoes on so I could come out with the camera. Kelly goes, Shawn, he goes, Toledo roll call. You know, who's got power? Who doesn't have power? It's from the Toledo, their electric company, Toledo. I guess that's the Wi-Fi company and phone company. But everybody around us is without power. Kelly was out and she goes, man, some of those trees in the front yard, them things are bowed over. She goes, that's some crazy wind. And right outside our bedroom window, Kelly, when she was out on the porch, she comes in. I go, Kelly, come here, quick. So she looks out the window. There's about a dozen or better mourning doves all huddled together under this like fir tree. Look at that. You know, when the wind would when the wind suddenly stops like that, like in the south, you start looking around. Start looking for a funnel. Oh, I'm starting to feel some sprinkles. Yep, she's going to come down on us. It's going to be a wet one again today. So I was thinking about going for a ride because it was sunshine all morning. Then it'd go dark and then sunshine, and looking at the weather, and it was like little spots hitting here and there. It just wasn't worth going out there and getting wet. And it wasn't windy like this either. All of a sudden it's windy. Yeah, I can hear the rain hitting the leaves and stuff up there now. Yep, you can hear it hitting the roof up there. Yeah, that's rain right there. You can actually see it. It'll be coming down at us. And it's blowing right through the gap and hitting me here. Ooh, there's some wind. Well, anyway, that's the start of our day. Welcome. Oh, it's Sunday the 18th. Is that right? 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 18. So we're at today. It's not a sunny Sunday. But anyway, we'll go in here and see what the mama's up to. I just thought I'd come out here and get the vlog going right quick. And go from there. Hope you guys enjoyed the iron ride. Hope you visited some of those channels. They're pretty cool. I mean, you might not be into that thing at all, and not like it at all. And just like any good tech, refers to that dadgum shop manual. I love these kids that think they're just too good to, even adults that think they're too good to look at a shop manual. Like it's some sort of a sign of weakness to look at a shop manual. Jeez, they must not have had the bosses I had. You would literally get written up if you were doing something on a motorcycle. Of course, everything was paperback back then, but you better have that manual for the bike you're working on sitting on your counter when you're working on it. And I mean, that was some serious stuff. Nobody's that good that you remember all the torque specs and all the procedures and everything. It was mandatory that you have that shop manual. Anything I work on, if I don't have it on a PDF, nowadays all the manufacturers, you just pull it right up. BMW's super easy, so is BRP. A lot of those are really good. If you get into Ironhead Sally, she's pretty cool too. She's a little wild and out there, but I like it. You know, she reminds me of our youngest daughter, Christy, a lot. A whole lot. I keep telling Kelly, I said, Christy was in the motorcycles, that would be her right there. Anyway, I'm gonna go in. It's coming down pretty good now. Holy moly. Look how this day turned out. It's like 7 o'clock. About probably 15-20 minutes after I talked to you last, it came down, I mean, in buck. I don't think any time in the recent future have I seen rain come down that hard. It was thundering and banging and carrying on. It was nuts. This red, watching the map, this red devilish storm just floated right over us. Everything was floating out here earlier. It was funny. It was like, wow, we haven't seen that until we had just a long rain, Driveway was floating out here. It was water spots. Sun's been beaming on it for quite a while, but if you just heard that car go by where the fir trees are floating against the highway, it's if I took a motorcycle out, it would get wet. I've been wanting to, but you can hear where they're farther east, it's dry because there's no trees. Then when they head towards the west, you hear the hiss. But been having a great time goofing around, hanging out with Mama, watching the movie Twister. Sundance Channel, I think it was, playing it. It's a bummer I didn't get to go for a ride. Boy, look at that sun. It's bright. 8:12 is sunset tonight. It's crazy how quick the weather can change around here. It's just like in a flash. Yeah, you can see the remnants of the puddles. It was straight up floating out there. What do you think there, war wagon? Was it going sideways and it get you out here? Oh, it got something. Good Lord. I think that was from the rain the other day. The daggum birds flying through here. They go up there and eat them. They eat the blackberries, and I think they've taken all the cherries out of the cherry tree. It's pretty though. The contrast of that blue sky and those green leaves. Man, I'm starting to see the leaves changing color. They are. I've seen it other places too, like at work. But look up there, you can see some of the leaves changing. They're getting that wilted look to them. But it won't be too long. And look, we're hardly more than halfway through August. Man, September is like, whoa, it was right there on that post. September's less than 2 weeks away. That's some rich blue skies. That's very nice. It's very peaceful out here. Before, they started building houses farther up the road, before they logged some trees down there, even when the cars went by, it was silent. Well, you guys that have been watching for years, no, it was just silent. You could hear cars in the distance sound like they were like a mile away. Now they're, even though it's like 600 yards or something like that to the road out there, I mean, they sound like they're coming through my backyard sometimes. It's crazy. People flying to places, destinations unknown. Man, what a peaceful day, though. Holy moly. Let's go see what the gals are doing in the shop there. I heard, came out, Kelly usually unlocks the shop when she comes out and takes the dogs out the first time in the morning. But she didn't today. So I had to get the keys and come out here and unlock the shop. We'll go in there and see what they're doing. But when I unlocked it, I heard some murmuring going in there. I don't know if they're bad-mouthing me or what. That mourning dove's got to be right over our head here somewhere. It was the morning. Look at the rabbit right there in the yard. Run, little rabbit. You don't have to run from me. I'm no harm to you. I'd even pet you if you'd let me. Moma'd be all about petting those things. Good Lord. Her and her critters. Crazy woman. All right. Before I jumped in the shop, I'd walk out here and look across this side of the field. Man, is it beautiful out here. Man, the weather, it's got to be, I don't know, around 70 or something. It's a little brisk, but feels really, really good. Just can't get over how rich and blue the skies are. Nothing like a good old rain to knock all the dust out of the skies. This time of year it gets, that blue haze I was telling you about. That's those mountains I was trying to show you earlier. Heck, you still can't see them. But it's right in the dead center of the frame. Sun was shining on them earlier. I apologize, that's a digital zoom. It probably got pretty janky. Man, I'd love to go for a ride. It's just absolutely gorgeous out here. Just perfect. There's some many birds out there. I wonder how many birds are out there in a tree farm. I imagine a couple. We created our own woods out there. All those trees, there was nothing out there. Well, I guess those ones on the end there. But there's very few things that were much taller than Kelly and I. That's what, 18 years. 18 years later, and there they are. Boy, they're fight carrying on out there, aren't they? You guys must have heard me walking around out there talking, huh? I didn't hear a peep out of one of you. I heard y'all talking out here earlier. Simple, 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 simple. And simple, and simple, and simple. Things you can tinker with on your own. The nice thing is, they're all just as reliable as can be. There's no known weird things you gotta look out for. Nothing. You still get parts for everything. I mean, that could be a 69. You can still find parts for it. Maybe not OEM, but the aftermarket is so huge that nothing's unfixable. That sure is a fun bike to ride. Good old Faithful there. Man, it's hard to believe that, what was that, July? Is it June 27th? I think it was July 27th of 2013. Tell you a little secret. I took that ride yesterday, and it dawned on me. I never put the tabs on it, and the tabs are in the envelope with the registration. The registration's unsigned. That's a $126 ticket around here. Yeah, you don't want to do that. And there was, 2 or 3 sheriffs I've passed? I don't know what it was with the Lewis County sheriffs. They're out. When I was popping out, when I went across the railroad tracks, when I went past the Little Crane Cafe, I looked down the tracks as I don't know if I left that in there. So I was going 35 and a 35. I think I might have cut that out. I don't know. But yeah, that sheriff was sitting right up there by them new houses on the right hand side. I looked up and there he was. I looked down. I was like, yeah, going 35. I don't ever pay attention to speed. I never look down at the daggum thing. If I feel like I'm going too fast, I'll go, I feel like I'm really going fast. It's like the Spyders, you know. The demo and things. You look down, you're going 115 miles an hour, and you're like, geez, I thought I was going maybe 75 or 80. Holy moly. I just love that thing to death. That's one that'll get passed on when my days are over. That one's going nowhere. It's inexpensive, it's reliable, it's simple. Paid cash for it. Cash. I did finance those 3, well, just a little bit on the iron, because I didn't have enough cash on me, so I financed some of it. And I think I put quite a bit down on the Slims. That didn't take too long. The old dadgum Road King, though, on the other hand, I've already had to make another payment on it, so the amount I owe on it is $560 less, plus whatever, the interest they take out of it. So probably $300 less. You know how things are. I don't know what it is. But an old flirty. Actually, a year newer, way more expensive, and I think she's now a little bit less owed on that than I owe on the Road King. 3 years, way more expensive. Yeah, like I said, it was a pandemic purchase, and I think I was upside down a little bit on that Street Glide. It wasn't like when I traded the black Street Glide for the Milwaukee 8 red. They paid that thing completely off. I remember the finance gal dancing in her chair. It's impossible. They never do something like that. And they did. That was cool. I didn't get that same good deal. It was pandemic time. That was everybody's sketching out already, you know. But anyway, it was all for a good purpose. I'd love to keep her. It just, you know, it's a lot of money, and I don't ride it like I thought I was going to ride it. I just don't. Not that I don't love it. It's super comfortable. Does everything perfect. You know, it's plenty fast enough. Does everything you need. It's got all the fancy, you know, RDRS, you know, all the fancy cornering, ABS, and traction control, and all that stuff. But anyway, I reckon I'll probably call it on that and get with the mama, and we'll do a goodbye. Back to the old grind tomorrow. Watching more videos. I'm fascinated with that dude. It's Ralph is his name. It's My Time, Let's Go. I love all the stuff he does with the shovel heads. I'm like obsessed with the shovel heads. Maybe he's starting to get a little more than the Ironhead Sportsters. But the Ironhead Sportsters, if you can find one, you can get them for nothing. People just don't want the Ironhead Sportsters. Shovel heads, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that. Well, anyway, I guess I'm going to roll with that. All right. Well, hello there, YouTube. I was only out here probably about 15 minutes ago. Sun's come down a whole lot more. 8:14, I think, is sunset tonight. Dadgummit. Next thing you know. So I was just saying, you know, September's right around the corner. Yep, just sneaking in. Man, if we can get some of those fall rides in, that is the most magical thing. All the trees and stuff around here. Hopefully it doesn't rain too quick. I got back, you know, I think Kelly and I did a couple of fall rides and took that trip last year, and when I come back, it rained on the last day and kind of never stopped again.
Yeah, it just kept coming.
Yeah, it just turned into rainy season. Summer was over.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first day of spring was actually fall was while we were on the trip, I think. I don't remember when it hits, but
it comes
I think
fast
23rd or something. But anyway, we were bums all day today, and it felt absolutely fantastic.
Yes, it did.
It was like, oh darn, it's rainy, we can't do nothing.
Oh.
I was goofing around. Mom was watching movies. She's goofing around with her stuff, and it's very relaxing.
It was a nice day.
Good way to end off the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But on that, we're going to end off the weekend with y'all too.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Monday or Tuesday.
Heck yeah. I hear our hang gliders taking off out there.
Yep.
They're going to pick up this beautiful sunset evening.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.